Okay, welcome back to Raphael's Insights. Welcome. I welcome you into the world of the esoteric, the divine, the beautiful. Welcome. If you're new to this beautiful channel, welcome to this beautiful channel. If you're not new, well, welcome back. I was posing for the thumbnail. I'm not gonna lie to you. Um, so I'm just gonna refilm this video. For some reason, they don't want me to talk about Biden's health, or maybe they're trying to give us a bigger signal about his health. But something severe is going on with Biden's health. Um, Let me see. Again, this is going to be the video of the predictions of August 2022. Again, it's like predictions of like what's coming, what's going to happen, what should we be aware of. And it's not just specifically August 2022. It's basically what I've been seeing. What I've been seeing in my visions, what I've been seeing in the predictions and in things that I know. Okay, so let's get started. The card of the strength is going to be the card that's going to be ruling throughout the entire month of August 2022. The card of the strength says that this month is going to be very explosive in terms of climate, in terms of violence, in terms of just very aggressive energies. Lots of protests are coming up or showing up like worldwide. There's lots of protests in this um, in this month, and it shows people protesting against their governments and they're against their leaders. But it is going to be a violent month. It's going to be a very aggressive month in terms of climate, volcanic eruptions, severe heat, severe storms. It just seems to be very aggressive all around, and it is a very aggressive energy. So it's something for us to keep in mind. Try not to argue, try not to fight, because there's a very aggressive energy that's trying to cause arguments and fights. Now, let's talk about death. The card of death. The card of death, sickness. What's going to happen with what's going to happen with monkeypox? What's going to happen with all these sicknesses that are coming up? Specifically monkeypox. Let's talk about monkeypox. I do have a vision in terms of monkeypox. And the vision that I'm getting and the vision that I saw, and this was a vision a while back. I saw it and we were it was like people wearing face masks, but they were wearing gloves too. Which that just tells me that things are gonna get worse in terms of monkeypox. The card of death tells me, and I've been having these visions where I see monkeypox mutating into something very, very aggressive, or a new version of monkeypox showing up that's very deadly. Because it also shows me a lot of people in hospitals, or it also shows me a lot of people sick. And I remember going back to the prediction, the vision that I had about the when I saw the ring around the moon, the most recent time that I'd spoken about it. I remember I saw a bunch of people screaming for help, people reaching out with their hands and begging for help and screaming for help. They looked like they were suffering. It was like if I was seeing hell and purgatory. Um, and I remember I understood there was more wars, more sickness, and there was new sicknesses showing up. And I had already told you that I also had a vision back in 2021 about the the sickness that I was seeing that was going to affect kids, and that was going to affect animals. And it continues. The same predictions continue. There's going to be sicknesses that are going to affect kids, and they're going to affect animals. But specifically with monkeypox, I see another, either it mutates with COVID, or there's another version that shows up with monkeypox that's more deadly and more aggressive, or it's just it mutates and it turns into something more aggressive. But monkeypox is going to get complicated. I do see pandemic, and I do see that we're going to enter a new pandemic, or that we're going to be in a new pandemic. The card of death dominates that. In terms of death, they did tell me about, when I looked into this, they referred to it as the Black Plague was coming, and I was just kind of like, what? So we need to take care of ourselves. This isn't something that's just going to affect gay people, same-sex couples, same, how do I say it, relationships with men on men. It's not something that's just going to affect them. It's going to affect everybody, and it's going to affect kids, and it's going to affect animals. I have a vision that I've already told you, that I see no food, no water, water contaminated, animals sick. We don't even have, we can't even eat them. It's just so aggressive that I've mentioned it multiple times in different sections of different videos. But monkeypox is going to get worse, and I'm seeing it worse by December, by the end of the year, by beginning of next year. It's completely consumed us. Are there going to be lockdowns? Are schools going to go back to online? I do see schools going back to online once there's like breakouts and they can't deny it no more. There's going to be online schooling. Schools are going to go back to online, and I do see urged quarantine and and lockdowns. Remember, I did tell you at the beginning of this year as well that I saw that even though they don't want to do lockdowns no more, I still see lockdowns. I just don't understand why I was seeing lockdowns. And COVID was already kind of getting kind of controlled, and I was like, I still see lockdowns. There's still something that's coming, and I do see lockdowns still, even though they don't want to do it. Maybe they won't do it like all at once, but I do see restrictions and I do see lockdowns. I see that there's going to be changes again in the way that we travel, restrictions again with traveling, restrictions again with the way that we need to be able to get on the plane. So there's changes in that as well. I've actually just recently had a vision about that. Is there going to be economical relief? I do see economical relief. I did see it specifically for the United States. I did see economical relief. Most likely, it's going to be by state, and but in general, I do see economical relief. It could be throughout the whole country, but they don't want to do that no more. They've already done it so much that it's going to be complicated to be able to do that as well. On top of which, with what's going on with Taiwan and China, that's going to get complicated too. But we'll talk about that. But this month, in terms of positive energies, it tells us that the economy is going to be better. It's going to better itself, and that there's going to be a lot of opportunity to make money, to for us to for things to be less expensive and things like that. It looks very positive economically for the U.S. and I would say worldwide as well. Um, but it's going to get much worse. It's going to get much worse. Take advantage of this month. If you can make extra money, if you can put extra money away, take advantage of it. But economically, things are going to get much worse. There's just something really even bigger, more catastrophic than what we're going through right now. So, but this month is going to be positive with economically. The gas goes down, gas prices goes down, but there's still something brewing later on. So take advantage of putting a little bit of extra money away, save your money, try not to overspend, save your money. Let me see. Biden. This is where I got caught off on the other video. Biden's health. I had already told you as well that I saw that Biden doesn't finish his mandate, that there's just something that I keep seeing that he doesn't finish his mandate. And I've already predicted it multiple times. I've seen his health was iffy. Of course, he's at a very older age. But there's something recently that I've been told and that I've been seeing, and they said, and when I say they, I'm talking about angels and the divine that speaks to me. They said from here on forward, look, I got chills. From here on forward, as of now forward, we're going to start seeing physical health issues with Biden, not just speculating them, physical health issues with Biden, where he needs to get a surgery, where he's hospitalized, where he is dealing with another health concern. And it could be COVID that complicated his health, but I don't know. I looked at his health and I see it very complicated. It's like he has already a health concern, and it comes out very aggressive in terms of it's going to advance. And then I just see his health completely collapse. I see him in a hospital bed. I see him like having to recover from something. I see him needing a surgery. It just looks very complicated in terms of his health. It doesn't look like his health is getting better. It looks like it just completely, just severely just drops. And death is following him. I've already predicted that death has been following him since the minute that I saw him become president. What else do I need to talk to you guys about? Let me see. China and China and Taiwan. China. A lot of people, and I've been reading a lot of comments when I see like news updates about what's going on with China, what China said between Taiwan and China. I've seen a lot of people making fun of it, taking it as a joke. but things are going to get complicated. I, I'm sad from what I saw when it came to Taiwan, and the vision that I have for Asia is I see explosions, I see bombs, I see for Taiwan the same thing, explosions, bombs. I see a plane falling in Taiwan. Um, but what makes me sad is that I when I looked at Taiwan, I saw a lot of death, and I saw we need to pray so that we can stop these energies, of course. But when I looked at Taiwan, I saw a lot of death, and I saw a lot of people fleeing their country, similar to what's going on in Ukraine. And when they mark China, they mark them exactly the same with the same energy as Putin before he did what he did with Ukraine. So we need to pray to stop that. But I had already told you, not that long ago, I had a vision about a war. It was like a dream vision. It was actually like a few weeks ago. I think I mentioned it either in June or July. I forgot which when I mentioned it. And I remember I told you that I remember I saw it, and I was watching it, and I was watching something going on. Um, like I saw a war, and I understood it wasn't Ukraine and Russia, because the way that they showed it to me was a different country, and I was there, and I was watching it happen, and I had already had this feeling there's going to be another war. And I mean, I've already mentioned it to you since I think after when Ukraine and Russia went to war. I had already told you I see another war brewing that has nothing to do with Ukraine and Russia. That's going on with Taiwan and China. China just wanted an excuse to do what they're going to do. So we need to pray for Taiwan, because in terms of what I see for Taiwan, um, is I see a bunch of people trying to flee their country, but they're trapped, and I just don't like the energy of death is appearing around that. So what I see with China, they just wanted an excuse. They wanted an excuse so they can go on and move forward with what they do. The ruler, the leader from China, comes out as another conqueror, the same energy that Putin had. Things are going to get complicated economically. Things are going to get complicated, um, food wise, water wise, climate wise, because of explosions, because of bombs, um, because of it's just going to affect everything. But let's see what else. There's going to be uh, blackouts, power outages. I see like power outages. I don't know exactly why they're showing me power outages or blackouts, but it could be because of severe storms. It could be because of severe weather. I see cyber attacks as well. So that's an energy that's also present in August. We'll get to climate in a sec. I literally have such a long list of all the predictions that I wrote down. I probably won't tell you all of them, but I'm looking at what I can tell you. Let's see. And I'm not surprised about what's going on with China, and that they're saying that they're shooting missiles, because if you look at this, it says missiles and bombs in Asia, and in Taiwan it says missiles and bombs as well. And then I also wrote new war. There's a lot of things that I wrote here that I probably will not talk about. In Mexico, I see, in Latin America, I see protests as well. Mexico, I see protests. Talks about sudden upheaval, and it talks about like sudden upheaval, and it talks about like protests. In Latin America, I'm like trying to think, how do I say what's next. And then in Latin America, I don't know. There's also an energy of like state of emergency. For some reason in Latin America, and I think it might have to do with fire, but there's also this energy of like state of emergency that comes up, and it says that the Latin America is going to be like in a state of emergency. It could be because of natural disasters, or it could be because of the health crisis that we're all going through right now. And then I wrote explosions, explosions in the United States, in Mexico, in Latin America, of course in Taiwan, and of course in Asia as well. I'm sorry, I don't I know they're very aggressive predictions, but it's just going to be a very aggressive. We're living some aggressive energies. We're living some aggressive times. This prediction video is going to be long. I'm sorry. It's just because I have to get it all out. If not, I'm going to be like driving myself crazy. And I've already said that I do have visions of mass shootings, and that we need to take care of our kids and our family, because again, there's mass shootings in the United States. There's mass shootings. There's this energy of mass shootings in August, not just in the United States, but there's this energy of shootings in August. We just have to grab onto our faith. We have to grab onto to our faith so that we can continue pushing forward. There's a lot of strong things coming, but we were chosen to live this for a reason. In Latin America, specifically Latin America, I see a huge crisis in um, economically. I know you're already in a huge crisis economically. I know there's Latin America deals with a lot of crisis economically, but Latin America, there's something like that they put in it like an even worse crisis. And again, I think this whole economic that when they talk about the economy getting worse, I think they're talking about it worldwide, because it's like basically it's not just the U.S. It's not just the U.S. and we're not on a higher pedestal where we're going to be skipping out on those difficulties. As you've already seen, we've already been going through the same thing the whole world is going through. But in Latin America, I see huge economical crisis. I can't I can't remember what to say anymore. Earthquakes, I'll touch climate in a sec. Let's see. I just want to make sure I get everything. Okay, plane falling in Latin America. And then they also show me like this vision about people leaving their countries. In terms of the United States, there's also this energy of leaving the United States. But it doesn't seem to be just because of what we're going through now. It seems to be for a different reason. People trying to flee the United States as well. I wrote something here that I don't want to say. Um, I'm gonna make sure before I say that. But I did write something here. Okay. I think that's it. Now let's go to climate. Climate, the same energy is going to be ruling in one side of the world, in one side of the country, one side of one location is going to be scorching hot. It's going to be a heat wave. It's already they already mentioned the heat wave that's coming. That's going to be very aggressive. It's going to be worse than the last. Basically says severe heat. On the other side, on the other end of the spectrum, there's going to be floods. There's going to be severe storms, aggressive energies in terms of floods and in terms of um, the floods and just very aggressive energies. Are there going to be earthquakes? Yes, I do see earthquakes for Mexico, for the United States, for Asia as well. In Asia, I see a really strong earthquake. In Asia, I see a really strong earthquake, but I also see volcanic eruptions as well. The energy of volcanic eruptions are going to be very, very present in this month as well. Earthquakes for the United States, there's a few different ones for the United States. For the United States, I see earthquakes from literally 3.2 all the way up to 6.3. So really the numbers that I wrote down are different, but I'm just going to leave it from 3.2 minimum, right? And then all the way up to 6.3. But the United States needs to be prepared because there is a very strong earthquake that's on its way, specifically most likely California. And then in terms of, it's really hard to do these videos live. And then in terms of climate for droughts, right? Droughts are going to get worse. Droughts are going to continue. There's going to be no solution for droughts. We need to, really the only solution there is it's our leaders to take to make decisions. But in Mexico, droughts are going to get worse. I see wars and I see people fighting each other for water, for to shower, to drink, to eat. In the U.S., we're not above that either. We are entering difficult times in terms of water, not only because I see it contaminated, but also because of drought. And then in terms of rain for Mexico, specifically where there's like the droughts, it's showing rain, but it's showing it more like at the end of like August or beginning of September. But the droughts are going to continue. They're going to continue for either another year or another few years. But yeah, I think that'll be pretty much it. I didn't mean to make this video this long. I hope you guys still enjoyed all my predictions that I did give. Let me just make sure I got them all. Asia, I see Asia, it talks about tensions and protests. When I looked into Asia, it talks about there's a lot of tension, most likely because of China. And there's a lot of protests going on there. Fires for Latin America, for the U.S. as well. I see fires for Latin America, for the U.S. as well. Yep, I think that's it. I think that's it. I think that's it for the predictions. There's so much going on, and it's like I should have broken this video down in half, but there's so much that I need to talk about that it's like it just became so long. So I do apologize for such a long video. It is my pleasure to be here once again with you with doing these predictions, and I am gonna hop on to do them in Spanish now. There's just so much to talk about. And I don't even remember doing them live is so hard. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's so hard to do them live because I don't even remember if I mentioned that there's gonna be cyber attacks, if I mentioned that there was gonna be power outages, if I mentioned that there is going to be like I don't know. But anyways, it was definitely my pleasure to be on here. I hope you guys enjoy these predictions, and it is an absolute pleasure to bring these to you. And I'm probably gonna start doing them live from here on forward, just so that it's so I can, whenever I see things, I can put them out right away. And yeah, but thank you guys so much for everything. I'll see you guys next time. The Spanish version is probably going to be a lot shorter, but yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.